Bonjour y'all. Today we're going to go over a short yoga sequence that's going to help alleviate back pain. So we're going to start in a nice, comfortable, seated position and just begin to find your breath. Don't force it, just notice how your normal breath is. Notice how the breath feels as you inhale and your belly expands. And notice how it feels on an exhale as the belly button draws towards the spine. Just take a few breaths like this and just really notice your surroundings. Notice the temperature of the air, any sounds you may hear. And on your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and take the hands overhead, letting the shoulder blades drop down the back. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale up, shoulder blades remain down the back. Exhale, down. One more like that, inhale up. On your exhale, we're going to take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, and the right hand is going to place on the floor behind you. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, gentle twist. If at any time any stretch feels too much for you, gently ease out of that pose. We want stretch, not pain. And unwind. Inhale, hands are coming up again. And this time, right hand goes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand is on the floor behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, gently twist. And unwind. Good job. All right, so we're going to come into a child's pose now. So our knees are under us, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. The toes are going to point towards each other, and you're going to sink your hips down towards your heel and walk your hands out in front of you and allow the chest to melt towards the floor. We're going to walk the hands towards the right. And back to center. Melting the chest towards the floor. And walking the hands to the left. Bringing them back to center, allowing the chest to melt to the floor. And we're going to bring our hands a little bit further in, spreading the fingertips wide. We're going to press the finger pads into the mat, tucking the toes, hover the knees, and we're going to take the hips up towards the ceiling. Allow the chest to come between the shoulders. Just breathing here for a moment. You're gonna walk your feet up towards your hands, and on an inhale, we're slowly going to start coming to a standing position, taking the arms overhead, shoulder blades are relaxed down the back. You can put a gentle arch in the back, really reaching up towards the ceiling with this. On an exhale, we're hinging at the hips. Hands come down, forward fold. Only go to where your body allows you to. Inhale, hands to shins, neutral back. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to do that again. Inhale, half lift, neutral back. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back into our downward facing dog again. Going to take the right leg up. We're going to bring it through between our hands. We're going to rotate the left foot so the toes are pointing 90 degrees out. Inhale, we're going to come up so our body's facing the same way that the left toes are. Arms are out, and we're pushing the hips down, and we're pulling the thighs towards each other. Hands are actively reaching towards the walls. Gaze is over the right hand. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. And we're going to come down into a side angle. And if you need to, if you have yoga blocks handy or a stack of books or whatever, you can place that here and use that to put your hand on. So it's a great modification if you can't come all the way down yet. It gives you a little bit of height there. And you don't want to rest on it completely, just enough to hold yourself up. Okay, we're going to come back down, hands on the mat, rotating the back foot, stepping back into our downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Now we're going to take the left foot up. We're going to pull it through, rotating the other leg. The right leg coming up. Hips push down, thighs are pulling towards each other. Hands are pushing away from each other. Gaze is over the left hand. I'm going to straighten the right leg, the left leg, I'm sorry. And we're going to come back down into the extended triangle, again using the block if you need to. Hands come back down to the mat. Stepping back to your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Walking the feet up towards the hands. On an inhale, we are slowly going to come to a standing position. Arms come up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, hands come up to the shins, neutral back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Stepping back into your downward facing dog again. Dropping the knees down, a little wider than hip distance. Sitting back into child's pose. Back into downward facing dog. Walking forward. I'm into a mountain pose, and I'm gonna go ahead and face the camera here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold. And now we're gonna take our legs into a wide leg forward fold. So you're just gonna walk the legs wide. And with this, you can take this as deep or as shallow as you need to, whatever's comfortable for your body. Now we're going to take and walk the feet just a hair closer. Come into a deep squat here. Now, if your knees can't handle this, go back to your child's pose or whatever. But my knees, I'm using my elbows to push my knees apart. Using my back is nice and neutral. Into a seated position on the floor. And we're gonna roll all the way back onto our backs. Inhale, bringing the knees into the chest, gently rocking. We're gonna lengthen the right leg, laying it down on the mat. We're gonna take that left knee and gently guide it across to the right side of the body for a gentle twist here. Now, a lot of people will tell you to keep your shoulder glued to the floor. Problem with that is if you have shoulder problems, it becomes an issue and you start getting the little pinches and everything in your shoulder. So what I like to say is pull your knee over. If your shoulder lifts, your shoulder lifts. You're still getting a gentle twist, and that's what we want. I'm rolling back, taking the knees into the chest again. Gentle rock. Left leg goes long down to the mat. Gently guide the right leg over to the left side. Knees back into the chest. Gently rock. And we're going to extend the legs down the mat. Hands to the floor down beside you. And you're going to find a nice, comfortable position here. And go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to notice your breath again. Is it more shallow or more deep than when we started? Is it the same? Does the air around you feel any different? Are there any extra or less noises than you heard before? Just notice the surroundings. Begin to deepen your breath. Really notice how the air feels as it flows through your body. Notice your belly expand and contract with the breaths. Use this few moments to breathe and simply be. Shavasana. And begin to bring some awareness back to your body, along with some gentle movement. You might move your fingers and your toes, rotate your wrists, point and flex your ankles. Give a big stretch overhead. Rolling over to your favorite side. We're just going to lay in a fetal position for a moment. Just soaking up the last few moments. And when you are ready, we'll begin to slowly come back up to a seated position, maintaining your eye closure if possible. And together, inhaling, arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale, pulling the hands to heart center. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me, and I hope you've learned some moves to help alleviate some of your back pain. Always remember that you are strong, you are worthy, and you are loved. Gently bow. Namaste. So there you have it. We've done a short yoga practice that can help alleviate some back pain. Sometimes our back pain is caused just from weakness in the core, and whether that be the abs or the back itself. Sometimes building strength in that can help. It can also be caused by tight hip flexors or tight hamstrings, because those tend to pull your back down, and that can cause some pain as well. So when we do activities, stretches, exercises, we want to focus on building strength and flexibility in all of our body, not just working on the one particular area that hurts. So I hope that helps. And as usual, If you've liked what you've seen and if you've learned anything, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Wellness for Everybody.